Hi everyone, and welcome to Renewin Vital Years, the channel where we explore simple, science-backed ways to live stronger, healthier, and happier lives. Let me ask you something. How many times have you laughed today? Maybe you're thinking, what's there to laugh about? You can't just force it. But I guarantee you, by the time you finish this video, you might find yourself thinking, wow, I had no idea laughter could actually do all of that for my health. Today, we're diving into an uplifting topic that might surprise you. Laugh it off. Incredible health changes that happen when you giggle. Let's start with what happens in your brain when you laugh. When you laugh, your brain releases a flood of chemicals like endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, often called the happy hormones. But they don't just boost your mood. They also help relieve pain, calm your mind, and increase the flow of oxygen to your brain, keeping you sharp and focused. According to researchers at Harvard Medical School, happiness is something you can actually train yourself to feel, and laughter is one of the easiest ways to practice. The more often you laugh, the better you get at building positive emotions, which is especially helpful as we age and may face more stress or low moods. Let's move on to your immune system. Have you ever heard someone say, laughter is the best medicine? Turns out, it's not just an old saying, it's backed by science. Researchers in Japan found that laughter therapy increased the activity of natural killer cells, the cells that fight off viruses and even cancer. In their study, cancer patients who participated in laughter therapy showed a 14% boost in these powerful immune cells. And another study from Harvard Medical School showed that just 5 minutes of genuine laughter could boost your immune system for up to 6 hours. Isn't that amazing? No pills, no cost, no side effects. Just a few minutes of laughter, and your body gets a natural defense boost against illness. How about we try it right now? Take a deep breath and let's laugh together. Ready? Ha ha ha. Feels a little silly, right? But that's the point. It works. Let's talk about your heart and blood vessels. In one study at the University of Maryland, researchers showed people either a sad movie or a funny one. Afterward, they measured how well their blood vessels were working. The results? People who watched the sad movie had their blood flow drop by 70%. But those who watched the comedy saw a 20% improvement in blood flow. The lead researcher even suggested that laughing for 15 minutes a day could be just as good for your heart as exercising 3 times a week. When you laugh, your heart rate and breathing increase slightly, which helps improve circulation. It also lowers your blood pressure and relaxes your blood vessels. And here's a fun fact, 10 to 15 minutes of laughter burns about 40 calories. That's not exactly a gym workout, but hey, every little bit counts, right? So, if working out feels like too much today, maybe try watching something that makes you laugh out loud. Let's move on to something many people deal with, pain. You've probably heard the phrase, laughter is the best medicine. Well, there's actually a famous story that made people start looking into that seriously. Back in the 1970s, a journalist named Norman Cousins was diagnosed with a serious illness that left him in constant pain. But instead of giving up, he decided to watch comedy shows every day and laugh as much as he could. He later wrote about how his pain decreased dramatically, and doctors began to take notice. What they discovered is that when you laugh, your brain releases endorphins, which are your body's natural painkillers. These chemicals help block pain signals and raise your pain tolerance. In fact, studies with cancer patients who tried laughter therapy showed that their pain levels dropped by nearly half after each session. And it's not just the chemicals in your brain. When you're really laughing and having fun, your mind shifts focus away from the pain. It's like giving your body and mind a little break. Now, let's talk about stress and mental health. We all know how heavy life can feel sometimes, but laughter has the power to melt that stress away, even if just for a moment. When you laugh, your muscles relax, and this calming effect can last for up to 45 minutes after you stop laughing. Plus, laughter helps lower cortisol levels. That's the hormone your body produces when you're stressed. One study found that even just one good laugh session can cut cortisol levels by about 37%. Laughter also strengthens our social bonds. When you share a laugh with someone, it creates a sense of connection and belonging. In a large study in Japan, researchers followed over 12,000 people aged 65 and older. They found that seniors who laughed often with friends were 30% less likely to experience serious health declines compared to those who laughed less. So, not only does laughter boost your body, but it also builds relationships and lifts your spirit. Let me share another inspiring story. At a university hospital, a patient diagnosed with terminal liver cancer was told he had less than 6 months to live. But the medical team decided to combine his treatment with laughter therapy. They encouraged him to laugh daily, watching comedies, spending time with friends, and finding small moments of joy. And guess what? That patient didn't just make it past 6 months. He's still living an active life 3 years later. Now, of course, laughter alone can't cure serious illnesses, but it can absolutely improve your quality of life and maybe even help you live longer. Hospitals around the world are even using professional clowns to bring laughter to children going through tough treatments. Studies show that these visits help reduce fear and anxiety, especially in young patients. So yes, laughter is serious business, and it's free, safe, and always available. Before we wrap up, let's take a deep breath together. Place your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat. Every heartbeat is a reminder that you're alive and capable of joy. If this video brought even the smallest smile to your face today, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And if you know someone who could use a little more laughter in their life, share this video with them. At Renewin Vital Years, we're building stronger, happier, more joyful years together. See you in the next video. Take care and keep smiling.